Ladies and gentlemen, you're not watching BBC One. Now this evening we're turning to the Panic Awards 2020. Before we go live to the Civic Theatre, let's take a look at the queues of celebrities on the red carpet outside. Try the other angle. I'm sure we can see them. Bugger. We're going to have to try something else. Something else. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Panic Awards 2020! Admittedly, this is not the Civic Theatre in Chelmsford. This is very much not live, and this is not the usual 500-seat audience staring back at me, but instead my back garden. But this is the Panic Awards, and we're going to try and give you a little bit of a flavour of our annual awards show that we've become known for, but in your homes, in a very lockdown fashion. Now, we'll be announcing the winners and the nominees of all of the awards, all 14 of them, and interspersing that with some performances, not live, but submitted on video by our finalists for Duo Solo of the Year and Originals Band of the Year. So without further ado, because the sun's going down and I'm running out of light, let's go inside and get on to the first award of the night. First up is One-Off Event of the Year. Now, one-off events obviously happen only once in each year, which seems quite obvious, but wasn't entirely obvious to all of the people nominating in this category. Let's take a look at those nominees. And the winner of Essex One-Off Event of the Year is, in this envelope that doesn't actually contain anything, because I know them all off the top of my head, and I haven't got any cards to put in it. It's Essex Pride! Congratulations to Essex Pride, all involved, the organisation staff, everybody there. Massive congratulations. We hope to see you at our award giving ceremony sometime later in the year or beginning of next. Next up, we have the first of this evening's performances. This comes from one of our finalists for Originals Band of the Year. They are the magnificent Mandeville.
I stayed at home today. The newsreaders say there's people outside enjoying the sun. Better stay at home, do what's gotta be done. I missed a gig today. It's cancelled anyway, but playing in my room's just fine with me. Beats having to go to the A&E. I'm not gonna go out anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. Not gonna leave my house anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. Not gonna see my friends anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. And I can't see you anymore. I missed the pub today, but when this goes away, we'll be back at the bar and we'll drink it dry. Remember what we did to help the time go by. So think about that day. What will you have to say? What tales will you tell your family? Did you stay at home and never wanted me? I'm not gonna go out anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. Not gonna leave my house anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. Not gonna see my friends anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. And I can't see you anymore. I know it won't be easy. I know it won't be fun. But we'll do what we need to. Carry on, carry on, carry on. Playing in my room's just fine with me. 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 I'm not gonna go out anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. Not gonna leave my house anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. Not gonna see my friends anymore. Sad news got a hold of me now. And I can't see you anymore.
And next up, we have our first video from the solo duo nominee. That particular video is coming to us from the fabulous and wonderful Leanne Louise.
When you were here before, could look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. Oh, but I'm a creep, and I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. And I want you to notice when I'm not around. Ooh, you're so very special, but I wish I was special, special. Oh, but I'm a creep. Oh, nah, and I'm a widow. Oh, what the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. It's you. I wish I was special, special, oh, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
And now, another video from one of our finalists for Originals Band of the Year, the brilliant Kill Bosco.
I got so pissed last night, so I'm really hungover.
Hello, this is Matt from Kill Bosco.
Hello.
How many times must you leave it alone? How many days have I been on my own?
recent years, we've seen a lot more high-quality radio shows on a local level coming out. I think partly because equipment's cheaper, people are more willing to do it, and it's easier to get into. But I think a big part of it is that people are just more willing to put the time and effort into putting quality at the top of their list when producing these shows. And those shows are great, and here's a few of them that were nominated for this year's Radio Show of the Year. All fabulous nominees, I'm sure you'll agree. Now, the winner is Essex Radio Show of the Year. I'm still pretending to open this. It is Shakey's Sessions. Congratulations, Shakey. Fantastic, well done to you. And it's a great show. It really champions music on a local level, which is exactly what we need to do. Commiserations to all of those who didn't win that category. You should all be listening to them. All of them. They're great. Next up, we have another video from one of our duo solo nominees. And this time, it's Alan Dreeser.
Trying to make up for lost time. I'm feeling guilty for everything I've left behind. I'm trying to change what I've become. I'm trying to forget the time when I couldn't run. You've shown me how to be. You've made it all alright. You've shown me that with love our future can be bright. We've come a long way. I have something to say. We have come a long way. I wouldn't be here without you. We have come a long way. I have something to say. We have come a long way. I wouldn't be here without you. I'm changing all my nights into days. I'm sharing my feelings, not saving them for rainy days. I'm thankful for the lies and the pain. They've driven me to you, now I want to explain. You've shown me how to be. You've made it all alright. You've shown me that with love our future can be bright. We've come a long way. I have something to say. We have come a long way. I wouldn't be here without you. We have come a long way. I have something to say. We have come a long way. I wouldn't be here without you. You stood by me. With all of your love, you set me free. You came from above. We've come a long way. I have something to say. We have come a long way. I wouldn't be here without you.
Excellent stuff indeed. The next award is Regular Night of the Year. Let's take a look at the nominees. So those are the nominees for Regular Night of the Year. And let's announce the winner. It is the 80s Night at the Pink Toothbrush. Congratulations to the Pink Toothbrush. It's a great night. I think it's been running for quite a while. I hope it's still running. Who knows? I don't really get out to radio that much because then I'd have to drive and then I couldn't drink and then I wouldn't bother. Let's have some more music. This one's from Black Chapel. That was Black Chapel, who's nominated for Duo Solo of the Year at this year's awards. Now we come to our next award, which is for Podcast of the Year. This is new this year. There's been a real explosion in podcasts, particularly on a local level, where we're seeing some really quality ones coming through, but also the ones that have been around for 5, 6, 7 years have really come into their own and found new followers. So let's take a look at those nominees. Check them out if you get the chance. But the winner of Podcast of the Year at the Panic Awards 2020 is Off the Beaten Track. Well done indeed. Now for some more music, this time from an Originals Band of the Year finalist. These guys are Palps, or P-A-L-P-S. I really don't know how to pronounce it. Either way, they're brilliant.
You're making me
If I had a choice, then I'd make. But I feel like shit when I come down. Psych, we got one more down. I was thinking that I'm sitting down.
Great stuff there, and we're coming to the theatre, the Community Theatre of the Year Award. This is for a community theatre production that has particularly excelled. Now, I should know that these are all good because I was in most of them. Well, I say most of them. I was in 2 of them, but they're all magnificent. So let's take a look at the nominees. Incredible selection of theatrical productions, and the quality of local theatre these days is superb. I guarantee you a good night if you take the time to go and see one of these great performances from one of these great groups across Essex. But the winner this year of Theatre Production of the Year, Community Theatre Production of the Year 2020 is Grease by Springers. They picked it. I have to say there are only 63 votes between the first and fourth place in this category, so it's incredibly tight. So it's special well done to Springers for their production of Grease. Fantastic musical. Okay, now we're going to have some music from one of our solo duo award nominees. Now I think this particular act has been nominated every year of the Panic Awards. If not, it seems like almost every year. So let's go to the wonderful, mighty small Paolo Morena.
Just in case you don't know, I'm a one-man band, 21st century one-man band live loop artist, and this is Oh Yeah. being strong in numbers, it cripples you. In perspective, you'll be alright. Make it through tonight. Identify the shadows, baby, let your feelings grow. Walk on top of walls, prevent the slow, inevitable.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Paolo. Now we come to Newcomer of the Year. Now, this is not a publicly voted for award. This is one where we have discussed this with the board and with a variety of different people in the industry locally and tried to come to some kind of consensus opinion on who deserves it. It's generally somebody who has either emerged or really come to their fruition during the past year. And this year, the winner is Safe Nath. Now, I first came across Nathan one of the festivals, I can't remember which one, I was hosting and introduced him. I got his name wrong, I was embarrassed, I felt really old. And then he played his music and he was really good and made me feel even older. But he is fantastic and people love him. Gets a great response everywhere he goes and he's a really good bloke as well. And that makes all the difference. So well done, Nathan, that is great. Safe Nath, our Newcomer of the Year for 2020. Now it's time for a bit more music. This is another finalist for Originals Band of the Year. They've been around a little while. They've been around, I think, longer than the Panic Awards, possibly, but they're superb. And this is their song, Birthplace of Radio. It is the White Gospel.
I turned you on from day one. All the words that we learned and the songs we sung across the waves. I heard the sounds as the years disappeared and the ships went down. Nobody is out of bounds tonight. Now I know I've seen the light. No more feeling out of reach or out of sight. Trouble man, say a little prayer. Fold your arms around the world. Reach out, I'll be there. In your teens, you know it all. So it seems, but you hide behind your walls. That appeal, play the factory songs that help to set you free. Your body is out of bounds tonight, and I know I've seen the light. No more feeling out of reach or out of sight. Wherever you wander, leave a light on me.
Next up's Comedian of the Year. There are some brilliant local comedians playing at all the different comedy nights locally across Essex, and so many more than there used to be as well. Particularly, some of them have actually come up from being around in sort of like, let's have a go, give you a 5-minute spot or whatever nights, and now they're performing properly, they're getting paid, and they're doing a great job. Let's take a look at the nominees. I'm very pleased to announce for that funny bunch of bastards that the winner is... I'm still pretending. George Appleton. Congratulations, George. I should point out this is another incredibly tight category, so really well done for pipping it at the post there, George. Superb work indeed. Easy. Now, moving on, we're coming to another performance from a duo solo nominee. This one is Asking for a Friend.
I can't necessarily choose for a night out with the boys. Look is pure derision. I cannot guess what for. Bad times, your dirty mind to thoroughly explore. But you left me wanting. Wells of plenty, sweetheart, don't just stand and stare. Gonna be the one to cry for help and carry out repairs. I'm searching where there's nothing I believe when I was wrong. One touch and it crumbles, man, I should have known it all along. But you left me wanting more. You made me think that I should have my life. I should look back on all those wasted nights. Yeah, I should have said enough. Somehow I just got stuck. I turned into something I abhor. But you left me wanting.
Superb stuff. Asking for a Friend, great act there indeed. And first time nominee, I think, this year at the Panic Awards. Now, we always do the Panic Awards for charity, and last year we did it for the Cool to Be Kind charitable organisation in Chelmsford, working with rough sleepers and the homeless. We decided to maintain their special award from last year, the Community Spirit Award, and Brian from the Cool to Be Kind group is about to tell you a little bit more about that and who has been picked as the winner.
Hiya, it's Brian. I'm sure you're going as mental as I am in terms of lockdown and everything, but I hope you're all safe and well and observing whatever we need to observe in order to try and get rid of this nasty stuff. A big shout out for Andy and people that have been working with him to make this happen digitally. I'm sure it didn't come without its challenges. I know that certainly I've been behaving quite oddly in terms of my eating and sleeping patterns and missing people that I didn't even like. I hope you're well, Andy. However, it is what it is. So I wanted to give you a quick update in terms of what's going on with rough sleepers at the moment, because obviously during this period of time it's pretty tough. So a number of them have been put into a local hotel. I think there's about 27 on the last count, but there is probably a similar number that are still on the streets who are struggling to access accommodation. And the great guys at Sanctus are not only feeding the guys in the hotel with 3 meals a day, they're also doing the same for people on the streets. And there are various outreach groups who are out there supporting them as well. But I would ask you to, at this point, visit our Just Giving page, which is going to fund some of the food that is having to be purchased in order to continue to do that. So if you go to Court Be Kind on our Facebook page, you will see details on that. So in terms of where we are, I would say that there's probably not 90% of people in accommodation. I would say it's probably more like 50%, despite what you might be told by central government. So anyway, political sermon over. What I'm going to do is let you know who the 3 nominees are for this year. And this was tough this year because I've come into contact with so many amazing people and groups who are doing great stuff, and they all deserve recognition. The nominees are, in no particular order, Help the Homeless Chelmsford, which are a local group that Court Be Kind have been working with for a number of years, and they do some amazing outreach work, supplying food and clothing, toiletries, and also trying to signpost them on to support. And then you have Sanctus, who I previously mentioned, who is the amazing free cafe for vulnerable people that operates in Broomfield Road, and they're just fantastic. Not only do they offer free food and drink for anyone that needs it, what they also do is do education and things like that, and help with applications for housing and what have you. And then there are Foals, who are good friends of ours as well. Foals have been operating for a good number of years, and what they do is fantastic because they do outreach on a very large scale, not just in one location, but they go throughout Essex and into East London, and they're top people. And all those groups mainly consist of volunteers, and that's what makes this award so important to my mind, that these people who are giving up their time get recognition, not that that's what they're looking for. So without further ado, I'm going to bid you farewell, and I hope we can look forward to presenting the awards in person when this nightmare situation is over. But in the meantime, please look after yourself, look after your loved ones, particularly your vulnerable neighbours, etc. Just check them out, make sure they're all right, and I will hopefully see you soon. Take care. Love you.
Thank you very much to Brian. I'm sure he is going to be fine, but thank you so much to Brian McGovern there from Call to Be Kind, a lovely man. I've known him a very long time, and he is an absolute Thank you very much to Brian McGovern there from Cool to Be Kind. I've known him an awfully long time and he's a truly fabulous chap. Thank you so much for sending that in, Brian, and for choosing those nominees for the Community Spirit Award. Now, having discussed this with various people, we've come to a decision on this award. It's very difficult because we want to give it to all three, but we can't. So this year, the Community Spirit Award goes to the guys and girls, the people over at Sanctus, who are fabulous and do some tremendous work. Now, we normally have a charity each year because this is an entirely non-profit event. The Panic Awards never makes a penny out of the Panic Awards. The people who volunteer properly, they don't get paid. The only money that goes out is to pay for the theatre each year. We haven't got that cost this year, thankfully, because I would have to cover it. And our awards have been sponsored, so we don't have to worry about that. But we can't raise any money. We don't want the ticket prices going in and all of that. So what I would suggest is think about what you can afford, because I know times are tough at the moment. But if you can afford something, maybe the price of a beer that you would have had at the Panic Awards show, or a pint you would have shared with the winners of an award to celebrate. If you can afford it, go to sanctus-home.com. They're our official charity for Panic Awards 2020. And you can donate there, you can read more about what they do. If you don't have money, think about donating time. It is, again, very, very difficult in the current circumstances, but there might be something you can help with. Get in touch with them if you have any ideas at all. They're a wonderful bunch, and keep up the good work, guys. Next up, we've got Covers Band of the Year. Celebrating those bands that perform at your local venues, weddings, all sorts of things. Doing a selection of hits you already know and love. It is a real skill. It is really difficult to keep going with that and maintain a level of enjoyment and enthusiasm that comes across in your performance. So kudos to all of our nominees. Let's take a look at them. A great bunch indeed. Now, I've seen almost all of these myself, and I have to say they really are fantastic. Highly recommended, but there can be only one winner. And the winner this year of the Panic Awards Essex Covers Band of the Year is Scarphonics. Congratulations, guys. Well done indeed. Thank you for taking part. You are superb. I've seen you a few times and I'm really pleased that you've won. But commiserations to all of the nominees. You're all awesome. Next up, another video. And this is from a local band who are releasing their video today, which is made in lockdown, and it's for a great song. I listened to it just a couple of months ago as a sort of rough cut, and I only heard it finally today, properly finished and done. It's superb. They are Snow in Slow Motion.
I don't know why we never talked about
Snow in Slow Motion, one of our finalists for Originals Band of the Year this year. Next up, we have DJ of the Year. It's always difficult to narrow these down to just the nominees, but the public have done a great job this year with some new faces and some returning favourites. Let's take a look. And the winner of DJ of the Year at the Panic Awards 2020 is Andy Hatman Laurie. Wonderful to see Hatman win. He's immensely popular, normally working down the basement, but at all sorts of other events and venues around the county. And he's a really nice guy too. Thank you, Andy. Well done. Now it's time for a little bit more music with one of our duo solo nominees. This guy is wonderful. He's a lovely lad. He's young. He's talented. He's annoyingly good at everything. He is Joe Anderton.
Hear a melody calling, but I forget just how it goes, and how I've ended up in heaven. Go ask the devil, you know, she's so fine. Let her break my heart in time, but it's alright, it's okay, she's so fine. She tells me lies almost all the time, but I hang on every word. Her voice sounds sweet when it's in my mind, and I know someday I'll get burned, but she's so fine. I let her break my heart in time, but it's alright, the price I pay, but she's so fine. So fine, she's so fine. Hear a melody calling, but I forget just how it goes, and how I've ended up in heaven. Go ask the devil, he knows. She's so fine. She'll only break my heart in time, but it's alright, price I pay, she's so fine. She's so fine.
Lovely stuff. And I think that video was actually taken from one of his performances at his own open mic night for the United Brethren, which is happening on lockdown, as you can see. Next up, we have Promoter of the Year. Now, without promoters, we wouldn't have the gigs to go to. So these are incredibly important people. So let's take a look at those incredibly important people that made the list. That's an excellent selection, of course, and they're all brilliant and they've all done great work over the past year and beyond. But there can only be one winner, and that winner this year is Shaky. Congratulations, Shaky. We hope to see you at our awards event later in the year or beginning of next year. whatever we can do. But well done. Thank you. Next up, another video and another bit of music. This is from our Originals Band of the Year nominee, Three Fall. Indeed. Now, the next video we're going to play for you is from one of our Duo Solo of the Year nominees, and this guy is brilliant. He actually won Newcomer of the Year at the Panic Awards 2020, about 15 minutes ago. It's Safe Nath.
Fuck you looking at? Turn around, dickhead. Walk away. Trying to fucking do my thing out here, bro. Foster. Whoa. To my location. Yeah. Oh, you mind drawing the fucking business? Whoa. Money jacket, dickhead. Looking like
Yo, I swear these rappers ain't creative. The lowest threat cause they be moving basic. A pencil in my pocket at the crime, they couldn't trace it. Pacing through narration, kinda blatant when I talk. It's like the more I open up, the more they wanna do the work. Amount of lighters I collected, providing fire really be the peak of my objective. What's the point of even voting when I know they ain't elected? Pull my brain from out my head, I need the knowledge to dissect it. Please don't step, I know I've lost my way. Building actions, don't know where I'll go, where will I stay? Looking in perspective, I was always so neglected. Determined a detective, ain't gon' make me feel protected. Please don't stare, I know I've lost my way. At the bowling alley, wonder if the workers gonna strike. Saliva on my Mac. You talk the most on Twitter, how that star sign in your tap. I'm scared to miss a flight, so I'm arriving very early. I'm a cup of curly whirly, leave my teeth not looking pearly. I'm underrated, but it's cool because I know it. I could rap about my problems and you still just wouldn't notice. So whilst you're preeing me, just know I'm working to a G. You're lying in your bedroom thinking how to make some P.
Safe Nath away. Tag you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to get to my
Please don't stare, I know I've lost my way. Don't know where I'll go, where will I stay? With no stay. Looking in perspective, I was always so neglected. Determined a detective, ain't gon' make me feel protected. Please don't stare, I know I've lost my way. Please don't stare, I know I lost my way.
da 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 da.
Now we come to Venue of the Year. Now, I said earlier on that without a promoter you wouldn't have the gigs. Of course, without a venue you wouldn't have anywhere to put them on. I think venues are amazing for dedicating their space to live entertainment in any way, shape or form. It's hard to do, it can lose you money, it can be expensive and difficult and troublesome, but it is worth it. So a massive thank you from me on a personal level to all the venues nominated here and even those that aren't. Thank you. But let's take a look at those who made the shortlist for this year's Venue of the Year. Awesome venues, that is for sure. But the winner is Venue of the Year at the Panic Awards 2020. It's Hotbox. Hotbox is in Chelmsford. Congratulations, guys. You've been going a very short time. For a little venue that has a very different business model, I think you've done an incredible job. Well done indeed. Thank you very much for taking part. Next up, a little bit more music, this time from a local band born out of Sound Mirrors, but now producing very different music, all of their own style. It is the brilliant and the wonderful Fretbear.
We get up, we get what we are given. We grow up, we grow into each other. And we know what we are worth. And we find that we are lost. Just keep telling yourself you care. Fight or care less, can't run from this mess. You were born alone, you will die alone. We live in the middle of that. We turn on and we turn right off. We tune in, but we hear nothing. We're alive, and we're stuck like that. So we strive to block it all out. Just keep telling yourself you care. Share this like that, make out you matter. You were born alone, you will die alone. We live in the middle of that. Just keep telling yourself you care. 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 Buy more, care less, can't run from this mess. You were born alone, you will die alone. We live in the middle of that. Turn on and we turn right off.
Excellent stuff from Fretbear there. They don't actually have a video or anything to hand, so I'll kind of bodge that up from a few different things, but that track is superb. Now we come to the award for Solo Duo of the Year. Now we should have seen all of the solo or duo performers so far tonight that submitted video footage to us. So it's time to look at those nominees again. Don't know why I did that. There's nothing there. What an awesome selection of brilliant musicians, and really are superb. Going through the videos this evening and yesterday, it's been amazing to actually see the level of quality out there. But again, there can only be one winner, and that winner is for Solo Duo of the Year 2020 at the Panic Awards, it's Joe Anderton. Congratulations, Joe. He pipped it at the post. I have to say it was incredibly tight. In this category, from the first place to last place, less than 100 nominations out of 3,000, I think, in total. Quite incredible. So really well done, Joe, and to all the nominees for Solo Duo of the Year. Now we've got our last video from an Originals Band of the Year nominee, and that band is Mercury Rising. Now that was a superb video, brilliant song, great band, Mercury Rising, thank you very much. And that's the last that you'll see of our Originals Band of the Year nominees. So we've now seen videos from all of those who sent us one. And now we're about to announce the winner. But before that, let's take a look at the full list of nominees for Originals Band of the Year. An incredible list. They're all superb bands. A couple there I hadn't even heard of until recently, and I'm really impressed by their output. But the winner of Originals Band of the Year at the Panic Awards 2020 are the mighty and magnificent Mandeville. Congratulations, guys. Superb stuff. Now, we come to the end of the evening and one final award to give. Now, this award is for outstanding contribution to local culture. We've had some incredible winners over the years, and it's a recognition of the huge amount of work that an individual or group or organisation or a business has put into local live entertainment and culture across the past year, past 10 years, however long that may be. This year has been a really difficult decision, and it has changed because of the current state of affairs worldwide. What I think is really extraordinary at the moment is how people are bearing up to the horrors of the coronavirus pandemic. People are dying, people are suffering, people are struggling to get by, people have no money, no jobs, and even if they do have a job, they're locked into their home and they're not getting the social contact and the external experience that really helps maintain a healthy mind. People are struggling. Hopefully tonight we tried to bring a bit of positivity into your home during this terrible time. But what struck me as truly extraordinary within our cultural environment, within the live entertainment sphere, is how many people have refused to let it stop them being creative. Whether it be singing because you're a singer, whether it be doing duets across the internet with a particular app, making your own videos with your band, trying to deal with lag and all of that to coordinate it, running open mics or blues nights or any kind of night that involves people being creative. Also the pubs doing stuff where they're delivering a pub in a box, a beer and a burger or whatever it may be. There are so many people coping by creating, and I think that's a wonderful thing. So tonight's outstanding contribution, this year's outstanding contribution award from the Panic Awards 2020 goes to all of you, everybody. The audience members awaiting the gigs that they can't currently go to, the customers waiting for pubs to open they can't currently drink in, the bands waiting to rehearse in the rehearsal rooms that are shut and making no money, or waiting to perform in venues that are on the brink of losing their business. We've got to remember how brilliant all of us are, how brilliant we all can be. And we've also got to remember when we go back to whatever this new normal is that everybody keeps talking about, there will be changes, there will be difficulties, but so long as we all support each other, it doesn't mean it's the end of culture, the end of creative live entertainment and experiences. There are ways and means, and with such brilliant people in our community as you, well, I think we're going to be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in the evening I've come back outside to have a quick word about our sponsor, which sounds very corporate and professional, but we normally have quite a few, normally one for every award, but this year we've just had the one, and that's because of the nature of the event this year. But that sponsor is Anva Limited, and the head of that company, Anva, is a fantastic man. He very kindly got on board as a sponsor very early, as he always does. He's been a sponsor of the Panic Awards for almost all the years. But he agreed that the money should go towards making it special, even though we're in lockdown and we're not able to do what we want to do normally. His money has also covered the cost of all of the awards, and hopefully we're going to get a chance later in the year or the beginning of next year to have a special live event where we give the awards to the winners, the physical objects themselves, finely crafted by Mark Burnside of the Lemon Curd Kids. But most importantly, this is a thank you to Anva. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You should all thank him if you see him. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. That has been the Panic Awards 2020. A very strange experience, I must say, but thank you for taking part. Thank you for watching. Thank you for voting. A big congratulations to all of our nominees and especially all of our winners. I'd like to say thank you very much to my partner Laura, to the Panic Awards team, Mark, George, Jess, everybody involved in making this happen this year. It's been a bit difficult, it's been a bit weird, but sincerely, thank you everyone. What I'd also like to say is, before we go, look after yourselves. Stay safe, stay at home, do what you need to do to get by, but stay creative. Keep everything alive, because we will be back to some kind of normal soon, and we will get there. Thank you very much. I've been Andy Paul. This has been the Panic Awards 2020. Good night.